Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
What's up, Sally?
What's up?
Okay, so spoilers for Fear the Walking Dead. We got cut off on our time. So I left the last cast where I said that Nick was killed. He's dead. And that's the shocking thing. But unfortunately, well, maybe it's fortunately, he's going to be in the whole entire season because they keep flashing back from the past to the present, the past to the present. So you have to unfold what happened to his mother, what happened with the baseball stadium. Did they lose the baseball stadium? Did the group called the Vultures kill everybody? Did they take over? So it looks like the group, and they also changed the color of the camera. Where in the past, it's all bright and happy. And in the present, it's all grainy, like Resident Evil, dark, black and white, but a little bit of color. And it's like, and I kept telling Sean, I'm like, this is so annoying with the color. I mean, we're in high definition, but now we have to have shitty color, you know? Because, like, they got to, you don't need to do that. Just put the color back in there, you know?
Yeah.
But
that's a bold move, though.
Yeah. So you know what? Then I start thinking to myself, I was talking to Sean, I was like, you know what? I didn't hear anything about them renewing Fear the Walking Dead, so maybe they're just going to kill everybody off and that Morgan's going to go back to Rick with Alicia. And maybe one other person, like Strand, and the mother, if the mother's alive, you know?
They finna combine them.
I'm just surprised Nick died. I'm so shocked.
Jesus.
Remember how I hated him in the beginning, like the drug addict? I'm like, this fucking guy. Can't stand him. I never really clicked to him too much, you know?
Right.
I started liking him later on, but now he's dead. Fucking dead.
Man, that's what I don't like about that universe is that anybody's up for grabs. It don't matter how long you've been on the show. If your time's up.
Fear the Walking Dead is different, You'll die.
Yeah. Anybody.
So, all right, now we're going to talk about another one of my favorite subjects that now is getting traction. Appearing at Comic-Con, CinemaCon this past week, Ghostbusters reboot director Paul Feig says that he's keen to return for the sequel to the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Sweet.
The reboot of the classic Ivan Reitman 1984 comic pulled in just over $229 million worldwide from $144 million budget. Ultimately, the film was a $70 million plus. Was $70 million plus for the studio. Meaning it wasn't a loss, but it wasn't that much of a gain. They made $70 million. We would love to do another movie. It's really up to the studio. We had so much fun making that movie. The movie's just really built an audience in 2 years since it's been out. I get contacted every day by people who are such fans of it, and so many women who are inspired by seeing women in science. I will go to my grave so proud of that movie and so proud of what the cast did in the film. Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon starred in it, which is the subject of so much off-screen criticisms. And this is coming from Dark Horizons, by the way, before its release. I think it kind of hampered us a little bit because the movie became so much of a cause. I think for some of our audience, they were like, what the F? We don't want to go to a cause. We just want to effing watch a movie, which is true. So he realizes that he screwed up.
Yeah, he did.
And now the next one, which there probably will be, because according to that article, everybody talking about how it lost money to failed, that article says it made $70 million profit. So I hope that puts to rest everybody that tries to be box office analysis experts, because they flat out said it was a success, just not a success the company was looking for.
Yeah, exactly. You're successful in making money, but not
as much. And at the end of the day, you look at it, you see where you made a mistake, and you make a sequel. Okay? There is stuff that's getting sequels. And I'm sorry, I just grabbed this friggin' shirt out of nowhere. It's all wrinkled. I wrinkled it myself by shoving it in the drawer when I should fold it. But anyway, There are movies out there that are getting sequels. You're like, what the F? Like Chicken Run, after 18 years, animated, is getting a sequel.
Oh, God, no.
Yes. Chicken Run. It's getting a sequel. 18 years later.
That movie's past its due date for another sequel.
Yeah, to me, that was a one movie deal anyway.
So anyway, this does happen, people. Everybody that came up, and this is where I love it, because I love when I prove somebody wrong, and you know I do. I love it to shove it in people's faces. Maybe that's a character flaw, or maybe it's a plus. I don't know. But everybody yelling at me, telling me I didn't know what I was talking about Star Trek Beyond, and that it's a flop, it's a failure, it lost money.
Well,
it made money, it profited, not as much as they wanted, but guess what? They approved 2 sequels. 2. Why? Because, like I said, Star Trek Beyond was a success.
Yep.
Now, going back to the Ghostbusters thing, I made more videos than anybody in the positive column, mind you, because there is a counterpart of mine that made more, like, same amount of videos, but negative, which I'm not going to mention any names. And when you look it up, you see both of us. Our videos flooding everything, right? Ghostbusters 2016, yes, there was a lot of things that I didn't like them saying that the Ghostbusters vote for this candidate, which is like, no, you never do that. Them starting putting down male fans, some of them didn't like that. Paul Feig knows this, okay? He knows this. In fact, I've sent stuff to him. He's liked my tweets, whatever. He didn't say anything back, but got some type of thing. He knows all this, guys. He knows that he screwed up with certain things. So if given the chance, he's going to do the right thing. And he's going to make a sequel. And it's not going to be about bashing men and whatever. It's going to get back to the good old-fashioned ghost busting. So
giant marshmallows and ghosts.
Yes.
So when all is said and done, you know what? His movie was profitable. Whether they are upset that he spent too much money, he made money. That's the goal. Your goal was to make more money than you put in. Now, you may have projections and stuff, but you know what? At the end of the day, you did hire him. He did what he was set to do. It may not have been as high as you wanted it, but it was not a failure. So you got to give him a chance. You got to give him the right to do a sequel because he set out to do what you wanted him to do.
Which was
That's it, Sony. That's it, Sony. I'm sorry, but you know what? He deserves a chance if he made a profitable movie. I'm sorry. It may not be like hundreds of millions of dollars profit, but you know what? He had to create an opening movie, establish new characters, new villains, new stuff. Now going forward, that's all out of the way. Now you're back down to ghost busting. That's it. You established the characters. Let's go. Give him a shot. Give him a shot. I'm sorry. Give him a shot. You know what? And if people don't like what I have to say, I don't care, because you know what? I knew what I was talking about. And I knew that I really do feel that I'm going to have that video where it's going to be officially announced that there's going to be a sequel. And I'm going to laugh my ass off. And the only thing I can tell you to all the people that were haters and not subscribing to me and blasting me, if I'm right and Ghostbusters 2016 gets a sequel, then you deserve to subscribe to me and like my shit and tell me that you were wrong. That's all I am.
The words
I admit what I'm wrong.
You so come to me.
I admit what I'm wrong. But anyway, so that was the one Ghostbuster news. There's a lot of other news. We were also talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'm starting to wonder if that's supposed to be taking place maybe
well, no, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. As it takes place before Avengers Infinity War. Way before.
I thought so.
Yep. Okay. Me and Chris were talking, me and Sky, right? Here's the thing. I don't think Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to do well.
Yeah, because being overshadowed by the Avengers.
You are this high with Infinity War, right? Now you're going to go back and watch this thing that happened before. The villain is like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, their villain
I'm sorry.
Little guy.
Ant-Man and the Wasp should have came out before
no,
Infinity War.
After. No. Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's set to, it should have came out next year, January.
Yeah, that is true.
You had Black Panther, you had Infinity War. That's it. You know what? Infinity War was so big, you can't have another movie of a Marvel movie in the same year after that. They should have took Ant-Man and the Wasp. They should put it out in January. Put Captain Marvel in March, and then put the Avengers in May. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now you're like, it's like going from a blockbuster movie to not even TV, but like a B movie.
Yeah.
Or B TV series. I mean, hopefully it does well, but they really got to change it up because I got to tell you.
Yeah, I'm starting to look. I'm looking.
Ant-Man and the Wasp does not look like an improvement.
Like, well, we've seen Avengers enough.
Hey, but don't spoil it. Don't spoil Avengers.
I really want to see. So let's just see this Marvel movie.
They didn't raise the bar with Ant-Man and the Wasp. It looks lesser than Ant-Man. It looks like Ant-Man looks like you enjoy that more than Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think that they really missed the boat with this movie. I mean, there's nothing that's going to happen in it.
I think that it's just bad timing for every movie that tried to attempt because of those two movies. Because it was just so like nobody really predicted Black Panther was going to do that amazing, and it did. Mm-hmm. And then you put a movie, it's like every other movie has to compete with Black Panther or Infinity Wars, which is an unfair advantage, to be honest with you. You know, especially Good Samaritan or Bad Samaritan.
Oh, we're going to see Good Samaritan, right? Bad Samaritan with Baby Tennant?
Yeah.
We were seeing, right? The trip. Sharon wants to see that, so we're going to see that too, definitely.
Yeah, because Bad Samaritan, I don't think it's going to get a fair shot because it's going to be overshadowed by.
It was originally going to be by itself, but then they moved Avengers up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm going to make a prediction with the box office. I think because Black Panther definitely improved. Because it was about to be ended. But people are like, I'm going to see a lot of people that were starting Infinity War may not have seen Black Panther. And they're like, oh, we need to go see this. And I think that's what's happening. That's why.
That's what it did. Avengers Infinity War really helped out Black Panther.
I mean, it needs to be helped because it already did $1,331,000,000, whatever it did. But you know what, though? It was on its way out of the top 10. Now it's number 5. And I'm going to tell you, this week coming up, I guarantee you, Black Panther will probably be higher than number 5. It may be number 2 under Infinity War. And in fact, we don't have to worry about it being Last Jedi. It actually may even be Harry Potter, which is the 8th movie of all time.
He needs to humble himself, Harry Potter. He needs to be switched.
Yeah. So Black Panther may beat the 8th movie of all time, Harry Potter, one of the Harry Potter movies, which is $1,400,000,000.
What is the number 1? Is it Titanic? It's still
no, it's Avatar.
What?
Avatar is still number 1 of all time.
What the hell? What?
Yeah, Avatar. You know that.
That good.
Yeah. You want to know why? Because 3D. It was $20 a ticket. Yeah. That's why. $20 to go see Avatar. It wasn't like normal. Yeah.
No, because they made it for 3D for that particular.
That's why it was so. Yeah. Let me screen share this with you. This is coming from Box Office Mojo. Okay. All right. So Avatar, $2,788,000,000. Titanic. See it? Titanic. Okay. $2,187,000,000. So right here, Black Panther is number 10. By Tuesday.
I'm sorry. It looks like all of these are recent movies.
Yeah. This is all time though. Now Jedi is going to get beat on Tuesday. Now we're actually close to beating Harry Potter. It's not $1,400,000,000. That was Avengers. So it might even beat Age of Ultron. So again,
Furious 7 is up there as one of the all-time
Yeah, it's $1,516,000,000, and Avengers is $1,518,000,000. Right. And Jurassic World went higher than Avengers. Force Awakens is 3.
I just can't believe that Avatar is number 1 because that movie. I'm sorry, I'm not bashing Avatar. I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like it deserved the top spot.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think it was that type of quality.
I agree.
It got its top spot because of the 3D that they utilized.
That's the whole thing. It cost a lot of money to go to see it.
They utilized. That's the reason why it was number 1.
It cost double to go see it.
It was basically so far out of the box and unique. Mm-hmm. That's how it got its number 1 status.
Now, mind you, the new Avatar won't do that good because they're not. Yes, they might do it in 3D, but people hate 3D now.
Yeah, it messes with my
Yeah.
eyes.
Mhm.
It really, you have to, because I went to see Age of Ultron in 3D, and it just messed with my eyes the whole time. So it's like,
To me, if it's going to be, to me, something has to be made specifically for 3. It has to be an Avatar. It has to be a Russell Crowe Beowulf for me to go see something in that 3D style. If it's just one of these like post 3D things, no, I'm not going to waste $20
God,
to
no,
go see it at a cinema when I can go for $4 or
yeah,
whatever at my
Yeah.
cinema.
that was ridiculous price for a ticket, and I don't care if it is 3D. That's still high
I didn't go
because
see it in the theaters because I couldn't
yeah,
stand to be 4 hours.
yeah.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I joked around in the cast. I had to go to the bathroom so damn bad with Avengers: Infinity War. I thought I was going to burst. I thought I was going to go right there. And I joked with Scott and Chris. I'm like, the next movie is going to be an hour longer than that, supposedly. And I said, I'm going to have to wear Depends. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way I can hold.
Are they trying to go back to epics? Is that what they're trying to do
They're not
gradually?
going to cut the next movie, which is fine because they said it
Yeah.
has to be that big. But I'm telling you, you have to wear Depends. There's no way. Like, I can't handle that. I mean, you're drinking soda, you're having candy, you're having this. You don't have an intermission. Yeah, no. 4 hour movie or 3.5 hour
See,
movie? No.
you
Oh,
need an
wow.
intermission because that's what
Yeah,
epics
no.
was back in the day. You had the intermission,
Yeah.
and it was like some of them was like 15 minutes, like an actual
Mhm.
intermission.
Listen, when I was a kid, there was an intermission for Empire Strikes Back.
Mm.
When he was on Dagobah, they said, we're taking a break now, 15 minutes. I went to the bathroom, I came back. And I saw Yoda again. For some reason, they had established that with some movies. There was an intermission when I was little.
Yeah.
What?
I never had that.
The Titanic was intermission? Yeah, she said it was the Titanic was intermission.
Yeah, Titanic was intermission.
Yeah.
But that's because it's the epic, which means that you go past 3 hours tops, and then you become an epic. That type of thing, they would, if they going past 3 hours and you have to sit there like 4 or 5 hours,
Yeah, I can't
that's
do that.
require an intermission.
Got it.
I don't know why somebody would think that a person would sit through a thing for 4 hours. Like
Yeah, I
some
can't
people
do that.
but I can't do that. So.
Listen, when we watch it at home, when I would watch Lord of the Rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to take a break. Like, you could pause it. You know, like
Yeah.
with DVD, whatever, to go to the bathroom, whatever.
Yeah.
But like even Avatar, when me and the kids watched it, we had to take breaks.
Yeah.
And then the kids did not want to finish it. I didn't want to finish it, but I finished it. They didn't finish it, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I finished it, and I just was like, oh, this movie is dragging so long.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I thought, you know, it wasn't all that. I didn't like it. And, you know.
It really wasn't.
So, it wasn't that groundbreaking. I mean, 3D, okay, it was groundbreaking, but you know what?
Yeah, because it was shortly after that when they started trying to come out with the little 3D TV.
Yeah.
And I knew full well the 3D TV was not going to last.
And,
it never lasted in the past because they always said you wouldn't have to have it at a certain time. Even the old movies, they says, listen, you can have, when it's the commercial break, take them off to have a break because they would bother your eyes.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Because they even tried to bring that back in the 80s, and I saw maybe one movie. I think I saw only one movie.
I saw Jaws 3D.
I didn't see that.
I saw Friday the 13th 3D. I saw Freddy's the Freddy Krueger one that was 3D.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole bunch of 3D movies. Not a lot, but there was a handful.
I forget the name of it. There was
Amityville 3D. There was a few.
Yeah. There was one which was that had a take on the whole Indiana Jones, and I don't remember what it was.
It was 3D?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 3D, and I watched it, and I think I would saw it with Dad. I'm not certain. But I do remember going to see it. I'm thinking, I can actually see the string connected to this boulder that's supposed to be blown everywhere. That's what I thought was funny. I mean, you could see.
That's funny. You know what I was thinking? I mean, not to go off topic, right? But I was thinking, like, I was playing Bloodborne, right? And there's a scene in Bloodborne game where the boulder's coming at you, like Indiana Jones kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I was saying to myself, you know what, damn it. If they made an Indiana Jones now, with that type of graphics like Bloodborne, you imagine how much
Oh,
everybody would
God.
play that?
Yes.
Everybody would play that. Like an Indiana Jones game with that type of Dark Souls graphics.
Yeah.
Everybody in the entire world will be $1 billion game like Grand Theft Auto and stuff, and Call of Duty. Everybody, even a Star Wars game. Make a Star Wars game where you're going down the Death Star and you're doing all that stuff. A 3D, whatever.
Yeah, don't make it. And they need to get away from EA because EA is just a bunch
Shit.
of that.
No.
It really is. It's just about they are money hungry. They don't care about the games. And who the hell releases a game that has, that you have to buy a DLC? You have to buy a expansion pack for a DLC for a expansion pack.
Yeah.
Who the hell does that?
So Disney needs to make video games, not just for Star Wars and Indiana Jones, but how about put Avengers real game out or something?
Oh, that'd be
Where the hell is the Avengers Infinity War game? That they should have next year. They should put out an Avengers Infinity War game.
God, what happened to them? Because they usually put like a game.
I didn't even see cups. I didn't see shit. I didn't see nothing with nothing in 7-Eleven. Nothing. I mean, they fucking grimy. That grimy.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but they were Disney though. They mass market to their theme.
Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah, they're exclusive. So they're gonna have all the stuff you asking for. You have to go to one of the parts of one of their stores.
Yeah, you either go to the Disney store or one of their other or something got a sponsorship with. Because I know there's several things I've seen in stores that they've told me we can't even lower the price because Disney pretty much has got such a grip on it.
A lot going
and we've had these, and they were watches. Now I think about it.
Right.
Yeah, he said we can't lower the prices, but yet at the same time we can't sell these things for love or money.
But yeah, because that's why they don't have like good merchandise. They can't like mass merchandise because they're exclusive.
Yeah, I see.
Items.
Wow.
Which sucks. Because I don't particularly want to go into a Disney store to shop for stuff.
Yeah, I went in there. It's they should have adult stuff in there too. Would be nice.
Yeah,
but,
it's all kids.
It's all kids. So. There's another thing I wanted to say. I think I'm going to save it for. No, I'm not going to save it. The Conjuring universe got expanded.
I saw The Nun was coming out later this year.
They just added Annabelle 3.
Okay.
Oh.
So Annabelle is getting a third movie. So there you go. And that is awesome. I mean, I didn't see Annabelle 2, but I guess we'll see Annabelle 3, I guess.
I saw the second one. It was decent.
Yeah. Didn't they change the whole origin or something?
Prequel type of thing. It was. But
didn't they change the origin of her?
Don't think so. I've got to go back and rewatch it again to make certain.
Also, we had some disturbing rumor that they're going to turn Jamie Lee Curtis's character in Halloween to like a Loomis character. Like, I guess she'll become like a doctor type psychologist or whatever, and that she's not the sister. And also there was somebody that came after me about that. They're like, "Oh, why can't you just accept it and whatever? Like, who cares that they erased Halloween 2? Get the hell out of here! Halloween 2 was damn friggin' good.
Yeah, it was.
What the hell was wrong with you? God, it was great.
Because if I remember right, the Halloween trilogies were initially just going to be that. They were just going to be sticking. It was just going to have the Halloween tag on it, and then Michael Myers just took off like they never believed.
Yeah. So, again, we'll see what happens. Also, to report tonight is that HBO's next big thing is going to be like on the par of Game of Thrones and all that stuff. They're going to have The Watchmen.
I saw that.
Show.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that. I read that.
So that's going to be around for years. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be very successful. First time on HBO, a superhero thing. I mean, yes, there was Spawn back in the day, but this is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal. We reported last night that Michelle Pfeiffer is joining the Maleficent sequel.
Oh, okay.
That I'm interested in, to see her bounce off Angelina
That's a good
Jolie.
movie. I love that first one.
Her and Angelina Jolie, that would be great.
Oh, yes.
Halle Berry wants to be in. Well, she might be in John Wick 3. That's interesting. Keanu Reeves. You know, it's funny. The other day, right? I didn't even tell you guys. We know when you're on the bus and you're just into your stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some guy was sitting next to me, and his hair was like all like whatever. It looked disheveled. I wasn't really paying attention. When the guy got off the bus, he looked exactly like Keanu Reeves. I'm like, God, please tell me that wasn't. Because I think I just fucked up the history. And I just want to believe that that wasn't him, because I can't in my head think it was him.
Yeah.
Because like then I really fucked up. So I hope that in Jersey he wasn't, because that would destroy me. You know, destroy. I mean, I had my headphones on, and like he looked like he glanced whoever it was. Like, wow, he doesn't even know. Like maybe I don't know. You don't know it's me. Haha. Whatever. I was like, thank God. Please don't be Keanu Reeves. That would be funny.
Oh. Wow.
If he was Keanu Reeves, I'd be upset. But we'll see.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he wasn't. I'm gonna keep it in my head that he wasn't. That'll bother me. All right. What else do we have? Well, we have a break this week in the movies. There's not anything other than Bad Samaritan.
There's nothing I really want to see.
Bad Samaritan, Overboard.
Yeah. Oh, woohoo!
Avengers is probably gonna be number 1, obviously. Something else is gonna be number 2.
I'm still waiting for the 18th. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, as far as gaming goes, yes, guys. Unfortunately, you're gonna see me play Bloodborne because I'm going far in the game. Beat another boss today. After I beat Bloodborne, you will see other games on this channel. But for now, deal with Bloodborne, because every day I beat a boss, I'm excited. It's great. It's a great game. You really should buy it. It's $20. $20. Yes, the first boss ever, the first thing ever, the werewolf is impossible. But you know what? Once you get the knack of it, you will love this game.
And you've made certain that you've equipped yourself properly.
Yes. Listen, I make videos when I get my ass kicked too. I'm like getting beat up by the boss, but then you'll see me beat the boss, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. Sometimes I comment, and the thing is, like, what I like to do is, I always liked back in the day playing Final Fantasy VII, where I get the phrases now wrong now. I say you're just roaming around, but I guess it's called farming, and it's called what? Grinding? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I like to roam around. I like to roam around, build up my hit points or whatever. I don't know what they call it in Bloodborne. I know they say blood echoes is like money. And then you can buy your strength, vitality, endurance, whatever. I tend to buy all the other things, but as time goes on, I'm like, oh, I should really boost this thing because this thing will make me strong against magic or this thing. So, like, I'm learning still. I mean, I may not be. And then when I see everybody, you know, like, I saw people after I beat the boss, I see their videos of beating the boss, and their bar is shitty small. My thing is like, you know, like long, because I want to be stronger. And every time I go to a new board and I get my ass kicked, I'm like, oh, I suck, because I need to boost my stuff up. So I'm really heavy into boosting my levels.
That's what a buddy of mine said when he was doing tanks and warships games. Make certain you do these little sections, build up this, all that here first, and then work on other things separately. Yeah.
So I mean, I hope you guys. There's some videos I just get my ass kicked. Some videos that I'll fall down this hole and I'll realize, oh shit, now I got to a whole new board by accident, and I'm like, wow. And then later on, I'll watch my video again and say, where was that? Oh yeah, let me go back to that. Which I'm using that as a guide to.
Many a video game, and I played many of the Might and Magic 6 and 7. I go, where did I do that again?
So I'll be building myself up fighting the next boss, which is boss 8, which I'm not really sure.
Make up is basically Blood Rain. I'd love to see you do that.
I love Blood Rain. That's
why I was really hoping that if they made a sequel to Last Witch Hunter, have her be the spinoff character.
Yes.
Was that good, Last Witch Hunter?
Yeah, that Last Witch Hunter movie was good. Yeah,
really?
I enjoyed it immensely.
Okay. So, what do you guys, Yvonne? What have you been playing lately?
I've been redoing the Tomb Raiders, and now I'm on Tomb Raider, The Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, I saw the trailer in the movie theater for Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, how is it?
It looks good. Yeah, I'm excited, man.
It's supposed to be the one. This supposed to be the one where she goes into like the actual Tomb Raider.
Nice.
Oh, is that what it is now?
Yeah, because see. Here's the thing: people is confused, and I don't know what the confusion is about. It predates everything that has happened with her life. This is when she was very young. It's a
Right.
reboot of when she was very young. I mean, she's not gonna. They expect her to come out and be like, oh, I'm this is badass. That's not how it works. She actually had to, learn the skills.
Right.
Have to build her up until uh, build her character back up. So this one is supposed to be the end of the cycle where she actually is a Tomb Raider.
I see.
She becomes a Tomb Raider. So
it's funny. Spielberg, which you could say that Tomb Raider is like an Indiana Jones.
Well, that's what the
sort of
purpose
take
was.
Right.
Yeah, that was the original purpose of Tomb Raider was to give. I don't know how they could have went on just to the Indiana Jones, but they wanted to do a homage to Indiana Jones. So they
Right.
made her.
And then Uncharted was like a thing off of Tomb Raider.
Yes, because Tomb Raider was in between oh god, what they with oh god, Square Enix, between the shift between the end of Crystal Dynamics era and then Square Enix era. They was in negotiations for a new Tomb Raider. So PlayStation was fed up. They was like they went to oh god, it's not Rockstar. Oh goodness, I forgot. They do Last of Us too. I forgot the name of their company. They do Last of Us, but which is a damn good game.
I have it. I didn't play it yet.
Yeah, you're gonna get. Yeah, it's really deep. It's really deep. It will blow your mind how good that the story is with Last of Us.
Right.
But basically, there was in between PS. Oh God, I wish I knew the name. Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog.
Naughty
Yeah,
Dog
that's what I was
is
about to say.
yeah. So they
I was wondering why I was
went to Naughty
picturing
Dog and they was developing a new a game, I guess. So they wanted another PlayStation exclusive, and then that's how Nathan Drake came along. Which I think, in certain aspects, the Uncharted series is better because as you see the latest Tomb Raider games, it's kind of plays off of what Uncharted did, even though they did have like the environmental changes with the pits and stuff. They didn't. The original Tomb Raider did like up it, like where you have a real time response, like things could crack, old stuff can just, you hang on something, all of a sudden it just drops because that type of gameplay, like where you have to really think without quick time buttons, you have to adapt to the environment. That's so that's how Uncharted came to be, because it replaced the Tomb Raider because they couldn't get rights to the Tomb Raider, so they went with Uncharted, which was a good decision because that series is really good.
So I really enjoy the first Tomb Raider, the rebooted Tomb Raider of the.
But
I have it.
I guess what I found out, because I did a little bit more digging on Tomb Raider, the core era, which would be 1 through Chronicles. She was disowned by her family. So that Croft Manor was actually her auntie, because her family, after the crash and stuff, she started tomb raiding. Like, she was a thrill seeker.
Right.
They thought something was really wrong with her. So basically they disowned her, and she ends up getting Croft Manor through her auntie.
Through a what?
Auntie. Her
auntie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even though all her family in the core versions didn't understand what she was doing.
So her auntie supported her financially to do her things.
Pretty much, because they thought.
And she built her own fortune back, and basically.
Yeah, exactly. That was just a side effect, because she was going around basically trying to kill herself. Basically, that's what their mentality probably was. Like, this girl is going around doing dangerous stuff, and she loves shiny things. Basically, like she
Didn't
just
one of
can't
them, they
get.
thought she died?
Yeah, that would be last. No, that'd be Chronicles.
But
Tomb
she
Raider
didn't die, though.
Chronicles. No,
Right.
because that after
So with Last
oh,
Revelation's technically 4. Then
yes,
they were bought by Crystal Dynamics, right?
no,
No.
they what happened between that was that Tomb
Because I
Raider.
remember, you know what it is? I used to remember it perfectly. And now I haven't been into gaming in a while, like I told you.
Right.
I'm getting
I
back
think
in.
Crystal Dynamics came out when
After Last Revelation was
came out.
what?
No, there was another one right directly after Last
Was
Revelation.
there was a shitty one, Angel of Darkness.
Angel of
Angel,
Darkness. I
okay,
enjoyed Angel of Darkness, actually.
I'm getting to that. It was basically after that was Chronicles, which told stories from her past.
Right.
She's found in the end of Chronicles to be alive because Van Croy was there. Spoiler alert. And he found her, and then
Who was there?
Van Croy, which
Okay.
if you played the original version of the game, he was the person with Laura when they was researching, doing stuff together in Last Revelation.
Right.
Chronicles basically was telling a story about her childhood, things that are doing what they doing now. They did it in Chronicles. They kind of like flashback sequences of stories from her friends. Basically, you seeing it from her friends' point of view of what adventures she went on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Angel of Darkness came, and I like the Angel of Darkness,
Yeah,
but
same
Angel of
here.
Darkness was pretty much the worst game that nearly killed off Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I think that's a strong phrasing because basically I loved it. They tried different things. It was a testing era.
Right.
But after that's when Tomb Raider went away on a little hiatus. The Crystal Dynamics eras comes in with Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, which is just an updated version of Tomb Raider 1, and which is also a updated version of it clicks. It's a trilogy. It's Legends, Anniversary, and then the other one was Underworld.
I didn't even hear of
Underworld,
Underworld.
yeah,
I still got to beat it. I got actually Anniversary and Underworld are the two that I need to remember to beat.
Yeah, it's really good. It's all ties in, so that's the trilogy. And then it went away, and then Square Enix came did a Square Enix did a kind of like a merge. So Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, Core, and Idols are now in the newer ones.
No, but
They
wasn't there a
all
Laura Croft and the Guardian of Light that came out for PS3?
Yeah, that was one where it was pretty much you had a little guy helping guide you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there was the numerous Game Boy things, and then the Garden of Light mobile game is now Tomb Raider Run or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now. There was here it is. They have Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, Last Revelation, then Tomb Raider Chronicles, which I'm sorry, no, not Tomb Raider Chronicles. They had Tomb Raider on Game Boy Advance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sorry, Game Boy Color. Then Chronicles was on what the hell was that? I guess that was a game, right? PlayStation.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider Chronicles. Then Curse of the Sword was Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Prophecy was like a Game Boy. Angel of Darkness, was PlayStation.
PS2.
Then Legend, Anniversary, Underworld, then Guardian of Light. Then in 2013, it was the video game, which I guess is the thing, right? Then
Tomb Raider,
Then there was a Laura Croft in the Temple of Osiris.
Yes.
Now, which one is that?
I don't know what exactly that one was, but it's not.
It doesn't count as anything.
It's not counted in the well, it is counted, but I don't know how it falls between the errors. Because I would think